Everything that you go through in life, the pain, the hurt, the joy, everything, it's all for a reason. If you're going through a tough time right now, you may think that it's the end of the world, whether it's a breakup, a job loss, maybe your family's fighting, whatever it is. It's all meant to make you stronger. And I know right now you probably don't think that. As I said, you probably just think you're in the dumps. You think that this is the end of the world, but you will see. You will see. If you just hang in there and keep fighting, you keep going, you will see in a few months or a year from now that you needed to go through that to become a stronger person. For me, I've always been the type of guy who's always kind of drowned in his pain. Always thought that this is the end of the world. This is that, and I don't have this, I don't have that. I was always focusing on the things that I don't have and, always wondering why I was unlucky. But then when I started to finally realize that everything that you go through is for a reason, everything that hurts you, it just makes you stronger. The more I started embracing the tough times, and it's something that really helped me with this was gratitude journaling, because the matter of fact is that you probably do have things that you are grateful for. There's probably a lot of things that you could tell yourself, oh wow, I actually have this. This is great. This is that. Like, for example, I have a family that loves me. I have a roof over my head and I have a car. There are people out in this world who don't have those things. There's someone who's homeless. There's someone whose family abandoned them. There's someone who doesn't have a car, any transportation, who wishes that they could have these things. And you could probably name a few things as well for you. When you start having this mindset, it starts to build you. It starts to tell you, listen, there's power in struggle, and there's a lot of other tough things, in life that you probably are that some people go through. Like, for example, homelessness, starving, no family. Those are tough things to go through. And that's what I'm saying is, if you aren't going through those things, then you should be grateful. There's someone out in this world right now who has a sick family member that they love and that they're going through a tough time supporting with. It's tough. I used to always just drown. I used to think that that it was the end of the world, this and that. I always used to think that everyone was against me, but that's not the case. That's not the case. Everything happens for a reason. The bullying that you went through, I went through bullying. The heartbreak, I'm going through a heartbreak right now. It's been 9 months, but I can't get over this girl. But I'm telling you, all of it happens for a reason. The more you reflect, the more you look back and you start realizing, wow, I really need to go through that, and you might not think that in the moment, and I know how it feels to be down bad, where the pain is too strong. You can't stop thinking. It's just you're asking what if, you're saying why is this happening to me, and you can't see any positives from whatever it is you're going through. I'm telling you, with time, you will see. With time, the more you just hang in there and you just don't act on that pain, and you start thinking, and you sit with it, really sit with it, because most people, what they do is they just run away, whether that be new relationships, they just keep socializing, they keep doing this, they try and distract themselves and numb it. But I'm telling you, if you could sit with it and really look at yourself and be like, okay, fuck, I did this, they did that, and you really learn from it, it's really going to change you. It's going to make you a better person and grow. And that's the thing, you need to grow from it. It's not a wasted experience. I know it seems like it right now. Like, any experience you're going through that causes you pain, a lot of people think that it's because they're done like dirt or whatever. But if you learn from this experience and you really ask yourself and tell yourself, what can I do better next time? Whether that be the relationship, whether that be the job, friends, whatever, what can you do better? For example, for relationships, maybe you could take time to actually commit to a person. Look at them first, really know them before you commit to them. That's something that I always make. That's my biggest mistakes in relationship. I'm too caught up in the little honeymoon phase, and then there we go. I get with a girl that I eventually just end up not liking. Probably the same thing with you. You probably have some other stuff that you could probably think of, but do it. And a great thing to do this, a great exercise and a great activity to really understand yourself more is journaling. Journal. Just get every little word. It doesn't have to be perfect. And your handwriting, bro, even if it's shit, do it. Get a fucking pen, get a notebook and just write, just literally just write, and you'll start to understand yourself a lot more and the things you do, because you literally have your thoughts on paper and you just read back and you're like, fuck, okay, shit, this is what I learned about myself, this is what I can do better. And just journal about anything. It could be life, it could be about anything. I'm telling you, whatever pain you are going through, whatever it is, dude, you'll get through it. I'm telling you, everything happens for a reason. And it's a tough pill to swallow at first, you know, because if you've had that mindset where you're just kind of negative, which most people have nowadays, even adults, it's honestly kind of sad. Adults have this negative mindset where they just tell themselves that everything is just doomed, life sucks, I'm this cursed person. When no, everyone has problems, you know. And when you finally realize that you have some power, you reclaim some power, hang in there. I'm telling you, hang in there, because life will reward you. You will start seeing rewards if you just hang in there. But if you're so negative, you'll only focus on the negatives and not actually embrace the positives. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.